Hi, I'm James Blackman from Enterprise IoT Insights. I'm here at the Things Conference in Amsterdam, and I'm joined by Caruana-McManus from Mesh. Catherine, lovely to have you with us. Just if we can start, just talk about Mesh, what you do, where you are in the market. Give us kind of an introduction if you can.
No problems at all. So Mesh was founded at the end of 2015. We've been deploying managed LoRaWAN networks on the Things stack since early 2016. And what we do is we provide an end-to-end service to the customer. So we provide pre-configured gateways. We help the customer install the infrastructure where it's needed. We connect the sensors, and we also provide a dashboard, but we can also send the data to the customer's application. And the difference in terms of our model is that the customer owns the data. They actually own the network, but we manage it remotely on their behalf. So it comes with an SLA, knowing that they're going to get their data.
Okay. Catherine, to talk about the markets you're serving, because you're in various markets. I think you have a background you were at IBM dealing with cities, but you're going beyond that. I'm just going to keep hold of the microphone.
Okay, so sorry. That's a really great question. So when we started, we really focused on smart cities, and that was because there was a really big movement in Australia at the time by the federal and state governments to support cities with data. Things have changed a lot though since my IBM days. Thank goodness to IoT, which is much more portable. So what we've done is we've taken our experience with over 70 municipalities, and now we're applying that into the asset maintenance area. And so we've got a portfolio of customers in infrastructure, construction, mining and resources, and manufacturing. So taking the learnings of what we've done with cities having to remotely manage your infrastructure and embedding that into the asset maintenance area. And then I think the third major market for us is what we call environment. So that's water and environmental monitoring, and that can range from serving water authorities or major agriculture authorities with their environmental needs. More recently, we've actually been doing quite a bit of work in fire hazard monitoring, and LoRa is a great technology for that in Australia, just given the distances that we need to get connectivity.
Okay. And just going back, why was it LoRaWAN you selected in the first place? You know, there are a bunch of kind of apparently similar technologies out there. Why LoRaWAN?
Well, first of all, LoRa is an open standard, and so therefore it has a really large ecosystem. So since, Semtech took it on board, it's really grown with a very strong technical ecosystem. From where we sat in the region, being the Australia-New Zealand region, we saw a significant opportunity to complement cellular technologies where there is still a lot of black spots, even within city areas. And also, the telcos are closing down 3G. So the ability to have bi-directional telemetry that uses radio frequency, it's on the ISM band, so it's a unlicensed spectrum, which everybody abides by the rules, and it's worked out really well for us. The other key highlight is its great portability. Anybody can build a LoRaWAN network. So our customers who are city councils, manufacturing companies, what they want to do is deploy a precinct-wide LoRaWAN network, and it's actually complementing their existing Wi-Fi or LTE and being able to penetrate both indoor and outdoor. So the flexibility of the technology just speaks for itself.
And it is about private networks for you guys. There's no interest from customers either in kind of public infrastructure.
Well, my definition of public is different to what a telco. So Mesh has actually deployed the Things network. We've got Things network coverage across all major populations in Australia and regions. So that's what we term as the community or the public access network. So we absolutely do support that. But what we're also able to do on the same network infrastructure, we provide private networks which come with SLA. And of course, what's terrific terrific is with Packet Broker, we're able to forward that traffic between the different networks. So now what we've done is we've actually built Australia's first LoRaWAN data packet exchange service, which is enabling people to use existing TTN infrastructure instead of actually putting up another gateway, and being able to securely forward that data packet to their home application.
Gotcha. And talk about Australia as well. I mean, I write about it occasionally, but not a great deal. I should write about it more. But how is the IoT market there? Would you just characterise it as quite advanced, or where are they up to?
Well, look, the facts are, I am a founder of the Internet of Things Alliance for Australia. We founded that back in 2015, and the reason why we did that, a group of us from KPMG and others, was because we were really lagging behind the whole movement of Industry 4.0, very strongly led by the US and Germany and Europe. The areas that we're doing well in, though, are competitive strength industries. So mining and resources, agriculture, transport and logistics, infrastructure and construction. And what we're seeing is now a really great uptake from those industries. And I think that that's really going to help Australia sort of catch up to where we are. But digital transformation as a whole is really important now off the back of COVID. Companies are remote asset maintenance. The logic of that makes so much more sense now, where you don't physically have to send people to go into a public space to check on an asset. You can use a LoRaWAN sensor for that, and so that's really given a very strong sense of purpose around, the use of the technology. So COVID's actually, I think, been a good thing for IoT in Australia.
So clearly the appetite is there for digital transformation now. Is there an understanding of the technology, the returns, the business cases? Is that quite well understood among, I guess, the enterprise side particularly?
It's certainly very well understood by us, because our method is to provide networks where the data is needed. And what customers want is business impact. A lot of the talk about IoT is about scale, but it really is not about scale. It's about what's the business impact. So, essentially what we're seeing is that companies who are investing in digital transformation, such as the example I gave with the steel manufacturing company, what they're doing that for is to accelerate their productivity, particularly if they've got global markets. And, that proof of value is really starting to come to the fore. And I think the great thing about LoRaWAN is it's complementary. It's a fit-for-purpose technology. So, when we speak with our customers, it's all about LoRaWAN. We understand that they could have cellular, they could have image processing and other technologies, and we can just complement that real-time data set where they need data which traditionally has been very expensive to collect using other means.
Okay. And just on Meshed, is it purely an Australia focus, or are you kind of going beyond those borders, as it were?
Well, look, we started to focus on Australia and New Zealand, and Andrew and Paul, the other co-founders, we've just been really focused on serving our market segment very well. But the great opportunity now is we are expanding our network reach through our customers in Asia and the US. We've got a fantastic solution, nCounter, pedestrian counting. We're not in the business of device manufacturing, but nCounter was a really interesting story where a municipal council, Liverpool City Council, wanted to solve a problem, and they went to market, and we responded to that by creating this Wi-Fi LoRaWAN pedestrian counter. It's done very well for us. We've sold it to over 40 municipalities and councils in Australia, and now we're looking to actually launch that in the UK and in Europe. So, we're starting to see a lot, some really great interest for what we're doing, not just here in Australia, but globally.
Lovely. Catherine, exciting times. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much. Very nice meeting you.
Okay, that's all for now. We'll be back shortly with Arduino. Thank you.